Good morning and welcome back to North Dakota Today. Well, with family being home for the holidays, it's important to keep everyone safe. And joining me on the couch this morning is Josh Gilliland, the owner of Griswold Homecare. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Alex.
Thank you for coming out this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah. So can we talk a little bit about the common warning signs that may indicate a loved one may need additional help at home?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a few warning signs that families can keep an eye out for, whether it's mom that needs help or dad that needs help. Personal hygiene would be one. Their medical condition. If they notice that mom or dad's wearing the same clothes over and over a couple days in a row, that's definitely a warning sign. If there's issues with medications not being taken, another warning sign. Mobility and physical health would be another.
Okay.
If you notice, bruises, cuts, scrapes, skin tears, those are all signs that maybe there was a fall.
Okay.
And falls are tough. A lot of times I think independence is one of the biggest things that that I feel like people mourn their loss of independence, and so they tend to fight the loss of independence, which means they also hide and cover up things that are happening. So you may even have a situation where dad might have had a fall, and dad tells mom, don't you dare tell the kids. And so I think it's the adult children and the other family members, it's their job to try to dig into that and really make sure they find out what happened, because if there are frequent falls, it does lead to what we call a triggering event. And that triggering event could be a broken hip, it could be a major fall concussion, could be a traumatic brain injury. And those are usually times when those triggering events occur, when families reach out to us and they're looking for help. So there's also cognitive and memory changes.
Okay.
So if you're seeing mom or dad, there's issues with long-term or short-term memory. Those are obviously initial signs. Repeating stories a lot, repeating questions, and if there's any cognitive decline, that can definitely lead to some of the other things that we addressed. Personal hygiene. And that leads into like taking care of the household too, right? So if the house in itself is messy, disorganized, laundry's building up, bills are piling up, bills are not being paid, the mailbox is not being checked, I think those are all great signs. And then for those that have advanced health issues like high blood pressure, diabetes, where they need to take medications, that's definitely something to keep an eye out for.
Absolutely. And why is it so important for family to recognize these warning signs early?
Well, I think early intervention is big. Our most successful cases that we've had in the last 12 years have all started with early intervention. I think when late intervention occurs, usually there's a triggering event that happens, and sometimes that triggering event means a hospital stay, then nursing home, therapies, and then they'll come home, and then we'll be involved with them at that point. But I think our clients that are most successful take the care early, and it may only be a 1 day a week, 2 days a week of assistance, just to help keep the household up and keep them on track. It could be a client that eventually goes to having a caregiver there every day and helping them navigate their day, helping them with personal cares, shower, bathing, things like that, because balance definitely becomes a concern. So when you're doing shower and bathing, it's nice to, even if it's just someone for standby assistance, to be there. So.
These conversations can be tough to have with your family members. How do you suggest people approach it?
I think the toughest part about the conversation is thinking about having the conversation, just initiating it. I think we get into our own heads and think it's going to be this, it's just going to be a downward spiral conversation. And I think you have to be empathetic with your loved one. I think that you have to ensure with them that you're fighting for their independence, that you're there to help them with their independence. And that's really like with Griswold and what we do. I think independence is what we offer.
Okay.
So, I think some people might think, oh, it could be a stepping stone to the nursing home, right? And really what we're there to do is support them where they're living, wherever that may be,
Yeah.
and help them with their everyday activities. So,
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me this morning, Josh.
yeah, thank you.
All
Appreciate
right.
it.
And we got lots more fun for you next on North Dakota Today. Stick around.